What's up, guys? Welcome to day 28 of 30 Days to Change. I can't believe we're coming to the end of our time together, but I hope it's been a blessing. I've so appreciated your thoughts and comments and messages and comments and even the likes on the videos. It just means a lot to me. This was a pilot run for me. I kind of just launched out in faith because I've been wanting to do something like this for a long time. So just as an encouragement to you all as well, when you have something that's in the back of your mind, that's kind of like a dream or a desire in your heart that's good and it'll be beneficial for others, and you just find joy in doing it, I just want to encourage you to pull the plug. I mean, just pull the trigger, just go after it, and what do you have to lose? You know, I think when we get to the end of our lives, it's not going to be the things that we tried and failed at that we're going to regret. It's going to be the things that we never tried at all. I think that's pretty accurate. So today, guys, just massive importance to the topic of today. You can see behind me the word grit. And what is grit? That's what we're going to be talking about. It was made popular by Angela Duckworth in her book in, I think it was like 2012, by the same name, Grit. It really brought the idea of grit into modern day culture, and I'll totally recommend her book. It's just, I'll tell you more about the book later, but it's fantastic. But here's the thing, you guys. Out of all the success principles that I have ever learned, and success books and self-development and self-improvement books that I've ever read, her book on grit and this idea of grit is like a top 3 to top 5 book of all time. And I'll tell you why. Because grit is the ability to pursue with passion a goal with perseverance, tenacity, and making the choice to overcome very difficult obstacles. So it's just basically somebody who won't quit, somebody who won't give up. The Navy SEALs have a quote that I like a lot, and they say there's only 2 ways to defeat a man, and that's to kill him or to cause him to quit. And grit is the ability to refuse to quit and to persevere beyond any obstacle, any challenge, time and time and time again. How this study came about and why it's so important is because it's the most data-based, statistically correlated, evidence-based finding there is on success. All right, did you follow that? So it is the most scientific, it's the most scientifically found component to all success, no matter the industry, across the board. And what that means is it's not your IQ. It's not your EQ, your emotional intelligence. It's not your upbringing. It's not even your attitude. It's not your mindset. It's not your parents. It's not your connections. It's not your ability to integrate and adapt and socialize and all that sort of stuff. It's grit that will determine whether or not you succeed in whatever endeavor it is that you're trying to accomplish. And that's why this book is in my top 3, top 5 books of all self-improvement, motivation, self-development books, is because it is one of the most empowering principles I've ever experienced in my entire life. Why is that? Anybody can be gritty. That's all you got to do is make the choice to persevere. And that's an amazing thing, because so many of us, I know I was for a long time, I was stuck in a mindset that says, well, I am what I am and I just can't change. You know, I have a certain amount of smarts, I have a certain amount of social capital, but I'm pretty much where I am in life and where I'll be. And that's so detrimental. That's a total lie. Get rid of it. Don't let any thought like that exist in your brain, because it's just not true. What all the evidence suggests is that anybody with grit can accomplish whatsoever they want. In fact, they found a statistical inverse correlation between talent and grit. Whereas the more talent a person has, the less grit they have. And why is that? It seems as though because when you have a lot of talent, you don't have to do that grit thing. You don't have to push through and press on. You're kind of used to just having that ability inside of yourself. Whereas the people that don't have the talent, maybe they're not as smart, maybe they have to work twice as hard as the person with talent, but they develop that grit. And then at the end of the day, guys, grit is way more valuable than talent, skill, IQ, EQ, anything. And that's why it's so important, and that's why it's one of the last topics that I'm including in this series. Add to all these other things that we've talked about grit, you'll be unstoppable. Make the choice to persevere and passionately pursue whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish, and just refuse to quit. Over and over and over again, make the decision, refuse to quit. It's like yesterday. It's not sexy. There's nothing romantic about it. But that gritty determination is what separates the person from average or not accomplishing the goals and doing things that nobody thought possible. Think of Edison with the light bulb. How many times did he just refuse to quit and he accomplished what he did? Henry Ford went bankrupt 7 times, but he just refused to quit and he accomplished what he did. SpaceX, how many failed launches did they have before they're finally putting somebody in space with their, like people on board? I mean, anything, any person, any success story you will ever see, guys, grit is going to be the very foundation of that story. It's like one of the building blocks of a successful life. So hope this is beneficial. Hope this is a blessing. Be gritty. Just refuse to quit. Be determined. And you can do anything you want in this life. And so hope this is a benefit to you. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.